So good morning. This is T. Srinivas Rao, Assistant Professor in PV Siddhartha College. So today we are going to discuss about amalgamation, absorption, and reconstruction. So whenever we say accounting for amalgamation, absorption, and reconstruction, an important standard is applicable. So that standard is AS 14. So if you want to do accounting for amalgamation, absorption, and reconstruction, it should be done as per AS 14. So what is amalgamation? So amalgamation means when two companies come together and form a new company, then it is called as amalgamation. So you see, for example, X company is there, Y company is there. So X company, Y company will come together and they will form XY company. So what is happening in amalgamation? X company will be liquidated, Y company will be liquidated. So in their place, a new company called as XY company will come into existence. So this is called amalgamation. Now what is absorption? So in absorption, one company will take over another company. That is called as absorption. That means, for example, X company is there, Y company is there. So now X company is taking over Y company. Then it will be called as absorption. Then it will be called as absorption. What is happening in absorption? This company will be liquidated, Y company will be liquidated, but X company will continue. So in absorption, only one company is getting liquidated, other company will continue. So this is absorption case. Then reconstruction. What is meant by reconstruction? So when a company reconstructs itself to form a new company, it is called as reconstruction. So why a company is reconstructing itself? Because when a company has lost its goodwill, so there is no goodwill for this company in the market, then automatically nobody will purchase the product which is produced by that company. Then automatically what this company will try to do, it will try to reconstruct itself and they will form into a new company. See for example, UTI Bank was there. UTI Bank was there. So UTI Bank, when it lost its goodwill in the market, automatically this UTI Bank was converted into Axis Bank. This UTI Bank was converted into Axis Bank. So this is a case for reconstruction. This is a case for reconstruction. So three words we completed: amalgamation, absorption, and reconstruction. So in case of amalgamation, what is happening? Two companies are coming together and they are forming a new company. What is happening in absorption? One company is taking over another company. In absorption, one company will be liquidated, other company will continue. So what is happening in reconstruction? A new company will come into existence in place of old company. So old company itself will reconstitute into a new company. So that comes under reconstruction. So whenever we are thinking about accounting for amalgamation, absorption, and reconstruction, so we should follow AS 14. So we should follow AS 14. Okay. Next. So next word is purchase consideration. Next word is purchase consideration. So what is this purchase consideration? So what is this purchase consideration? Purchase consideration means the amount paid by new company to the old company. New company to the old company is called as purchase consideration. Is called as purchase consideration. So whenever we say purchase consideration, there are different methods for calculating purchase consideration. There are different methods for calculating purchase consideration. So what are the various methods? So purchase consideration calculation methods can be classified into two methods. First one is net payment method. Net payment method. And second one is net assets method. Second one is net assets method. So first one is net payment method. Second one is net assets method. So whenever we are purchasing something, definitely we have to pay some amount for them. Whatever amount we are paying to the seller, that will be called as net payment. Whatever payment we are making to the seller, that will be called as net payment. If nothing is given in the problem about the payment made to the seller, then we should follow net assets method. So practically, net assets method is not being used by any company. Being not used by any company. So for example, if I purchase a laptop from the market, so when I am purchasing this laptop from the market, definitely I will pay some money. So whatever amount I am paying, that will be called as what? Net payment. So if I pay 60,000 for purchasing that particular laptop, then automatically this will be called as what? Purchase consideration. Or this 60,000 will be called as net payment. Then there is no need of what? Net assets method. There is no need of net assets method. But in problems, when we are doing different problems in amalgamation, absorption, and reconstruction, so what happens is sometimes details will not be given regarding payment. So then we should follow net assets method. Then we should follow net assets method. So otherwise, practically no company will follow net assets method. Okay. Now, what is net assets? How purchase consideration is calculated under net assets method. So while calculating purchase consideration under net assets method, the first we should take all the assets. So we should take all the assets value. We should take all the assets value. So from assets value, so we should subtract, so less liabilities. So when I say liabilities, it means outside liabilities. When I say liabilities, it means outside liabilities. So these outside liabilities must be deducted. So from assets value, if you are deducting outside liabilities, then you will get the net assets. So then you will get the net assets. So when we say net assets value, what value should be taken? So what value should be taken? So generally when we are taking assets value, so we should try to take the market value. We should try to take the market value. Or if there is any agreed value, that means purchasing company has offered something, buying company offered something, and selling company has accepted that. That will be called as what? Agreed value. So if agreed value is given, so we can go for the agreed value. If agreed value is not given, then we should go for market value. So nothing is given. Agreed value is not mentioned in the problem. Market value is not available in the problem. Then we can go for book value. So then we can go for what? Book value. So book value means the values which are given in the balance sheet of the company. So whatever values are given in the balance sheet, so those values will be taken as book value. Liabilities. So for liabilities also same condition will be applicable. So first we should try to go for agreed value. If agreed value is not there, then we should go for the market value. If nothing is available, then we can go for book value. We can go for a book value. So this is net assets method. So net assets will be calculated as follows. So net assets value minus liabilities. So we will get a net assets. Net assets. So while taking assets value, so we should go for agreed value. If agreed value is not there, we go for the market value. If market value is also not available, then we should go for the book value of the assets. Same with the liabilities also. Okay. So these are the two methods. First one net payment method. Second one is net assets method. Second one is net assets method. Okay. Purchase consideration. So already told, when one company is purchasing another company, purchasing company should pay some money to the selling company. So that amount is called as purchase consideration. So whenever we say purchase consideration, the amount which is given to equity shareholders, the amount which is given to equity shareholders, or the amount which is given to preference shareholders should be considered as purchase consideration. So if you are giving something to equity shareholders, if you are giving something to preference shareholders, then it should be taken as purchase consideration. So what can be given to equity shareholders? So equity shareholders can be given equity shares. Some amount can be given in form of equity shares. Some amount can be given in form of preference shares. Some amount can be given in form of debentures. Some amount can be given in form of any asset. Some amount may be given in form of cash. So whatever you are giving to equity shareholders, that should be taken as purchase consideration. Or whatever amount you are paying to preference shareholders, that should be taken as purchase consideration. So for preference shareholders also, so we can give what? Equity shares, or we can give preference shares, or we can give debentures, or we can give cash, or we can give cash, or we can give preference shares also. We can give preference shares also. So which company will give? Buying company will give. So whenever I'm saying equity shares, preference shares, debentures, assets or cash, so these things belongs to buying company. So buying company equity shares will be given to equity shareholders. Buying company preference shares will be given to preference shareholders. Buying company debentures will be given to equity shareholders. Buying company assets will be given to equity shareholders. Buying company cash will be given to equity shareholders. Same is the case with the preference shareholders also. Same is the case with the preference shareholders also. Okay. Now next topic is swap ratio. Next topic is swap ratio. So what is this swap ratio? What is this swap ratio? The swap ratio means number of shares of new company to be given to old company. To be given to old company shares in exchange. So number of new company shares to be given to old company shares in exchange. Old company shares in exchange. So that is called as swap ratio. For example, if swap ratio is 2/3 or 2:3. Swap ratio is 2/3 or 2:3. It means two shares of new company will be given for every 3 shares of old company. Every 3 shares of old company. For every 3 shares of old company. So this is called as swap ratio. This is called as swap ratio. Okay. Thank you.